Hello, it's Bernadette. We're going to talk about purpose tonight. Strength, getting through things. I have some messages from Spirit, and this was inspired from someone that I was talking to, and also some stuff that I've been going through today. I know it's the full moon, so happy full moon. I want to give you guys a chance to get here, and I want you to participate. Of course, say hello when you get here. Just got out of the shower. What a day. Full moon in Virgo. How you guys feeling? How does it feel to have the Virgo moon happening? You guys feeling it? Say hello, hello. Share the video. Thank you for those of you who have sent me nice, wonderful, uplifting messages lately. You have no idea how much of an instrument of Spirit you've been for me, because I actually, the messages that I have received the last couple of days were needed right when they arrived, and I'm grateful. So I want to say thank you to those of you who have sent me messages. There's a lot going on, and hold on a minute. I want to make sure that, I don't know if I can tag on here. Are you guys seeing this stream? Can you someone say hi in the comments so I know that you can see it and hear it? My comments aren't coming through, and I don't know if anyone's commenting. And I wanted to tag somebody. Weird that I'm not seeing them, but hang on a minute. Had to yell at Bella because she's got my phone since she shared it, because then maybe I can see comments if you're making them. So somebody put hi in the comments, and let's see if the comments are going to work, because I really want you to get your input, your feedback, and I want to get you guys involved in this conversation. Today's been a very strange day, and not an easy day, right? Like, it's been a very overwhelming energy today with the full moon. I think as part of it, there's just so much going on. Trying to create things and force things forward was not working. So I just kind of took a chill pill. Had a session with one of my very good healer friends. I knew exactly what was going on, but I was just at this weird place of like, I need to shift this, help a sister out. So I booked a session with her. And it always helps. And then I took the afternoon off and went and watched A Star Is Born, because that came in today. But it is a weird energy, this full moon. Many of you are going through changes right now. And I know that it's not easy, the changes that you're going through. For some of you, you're getting pushed out of your comfort zone. I tried to warn you that it was coming, but of course, out of your comfort zone, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel wonderful. Let me see if I write a comment. I can see a comment that I write. How weird. So I don't know if you guys are making comments. If you are, I'm not ignoring you. I promise I can't see them for whatever reason. Anyways, again, the biggest part, the stuff I want to tell you guys is this. You are strong enough for whatever life is throwing at you right now. And I want you to understand, we can't have everything we want. Like, we can't have resolution to everything we want in one moment. It's a process, right? Like, life is a process. If everything was just hand delivered to us the minute we thought about it, we would be overwhelmed with that too. And while I say that, and some of you may be sitting there thinking, no, that's not true. It is true. Like, if every single thing you thought you wanted came at you in that very instant, you would be so overwhelmed. You would not know what to do with yourself. And it's rough, right? Like, it's very difficult, though, to wait, to be patient. Some of the roughest things we go through in life, some of the hardest things, and trying to do things differently, or trying to do things in a new way, right? And something that we haven't done before, We get scared, we get overwhelmed, and we think, I can't do it. But you can do it. You know, you have to convince your ego to be quiet, take a back seat, and then do it one step at a time. But if you get lost in your head, if you get lost in your fears, if you get lost in the overwhelm of how big you think something is, and you don't break it into smaller pieces of what can I do right now? What's in front of me right now? What do I have the power to change right now? You'll buckle. You'll get fully overwhelmed, and you'll think that you can't do it, and then you'll quit. And I want to see any of you quit. Many times, you know, we get ourselves into this massive state of confusion and overwhelm, and we think, you know, I'm not cut out for this. Our ego kicks off, and we think, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. You know, I'm not strong enough. Why is this happening to me? And truly, it's not happening to you. I keep telling you guys this, like, it's happening for you. You will never know how strong you are until you get beyond that thing that you are so frightened of, that thing you're so afraid of doing, that thing that's causing you so much discomfort. And sometimes we have to experience some level of discomfort in our lives to see how strong we are, right? Sometimes we have to go through struggle to see how very powerful we are. And if we would take in any given situation, in every given moment, and flip our mindset around, not to I can't, but I can, and I am, and I'm willing, and I'm doing it, one moment at a time, one step at a time, one breath at a time, whatever it takes. And don't take on the whole big picture. Even if you're not getting what you want right now, you have to remain in a faithful place. How do I know? This is not all cliche bullshit, you guys. Like, this is what I walked through, the biggest, baddest hells of life. Literally, I've been through so much in my life, and it wasn't because I took it all on at once and I succeeded at all of it at one big time. It was push through those limitations, push through those boundaries, push beyond the things that I didn't want to do, I didn't feel like I could do, push beyond that thing that kept telling me in my head, you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you can't do this. I pushed. And some days I crawled and I scratched my way through it. And that is just what we have to do. Like, it sucks, but it is what we have to do, right? If we're going to get beyond it. And then you wake up one morning and it's all lighter. And the next day it gets even lighter. And pretty soon you're in it, you're beyond it. And life becomes this beautiful place. You know, I shared with you guys recently my move from San Diego to Colorado, and there were times when I wanted to quit. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I'm scared. I don't know anybody. My entire life is changing. I'm moving to a place sight unseen. Like, I just gave up 6 of my horses, an entire business. I'm leaving my friends. I've got nobody but my daughter and my dog and my 2 horses, one of which was handicapped and one was crazy. I'm like, what am I doing? But I trusted in what was happening. And it wasn't the perfect, ideal situation. The first night we got to Colorado, my daughter, Brindy, like, I was afraid to stop because I didn't know where we were going. We lived in the middle of nowhere, and we were pulling in at night after pulling a 24-hour drive. And she was hungry, and we had nothing. I had like a bag of Doritos, and I thought, oh, we'll just unhook the car in the dark on a dirt road and we'll go find somewhere to eat. Little did I know, things didn't operate like they did in San Diego, and everything closed up. The streets rolled up before 8 o'clock. And I drove her somewhere, and we couldn't get anything to eat that night. So, and we couldn't unpack the truck, couldn't open the back of the moving truck. We slept with a beach towel that night. And that night she kept saying, Mom, I just want to go back home. I'm like, this is home now. This is home. And it was scary, no blinds, like, you know, and I'm like, this is insane. And the next day the sun came up and we did it. You know, somehow we moved ourselves, I moved us into this little house, and somehow we made it to town and ate breakfast, and somehow we made it through this strange place. And somehow, without knowing what I was going to do for work and not knowing how I was going to make it with a kid and only a couple $100s in my pocket, because all the money I had to go pay the debts at the farm, because I did not feel good about stiffing my vendors. Somehow we made it. And that property I ended up buying and building a house on. You don't know what God has planned for you. You don't know what the universe is walking you towards. But whatever is going on with you, you have to have faith. This is happening for a reason. Maybe it's not ideal, right? Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe it actually freaking sucks. And you're just going to have to wade through the fire. You've got to keep walking through the fire. If you stand in the middle of a fire, you'll get burned. Keep walking, keep moving. That's your best chance of getting out of it alive. But that fire is purifying you. And this is a message from Spirit. Those of you who need to receive it are getting it. I can't see the comments, so I don't know if you guys are commenting. I will come back after the live stream and look at the comments. But I just want you to know, like, Spirit keeps putting it on me to tell all of you and to remind all of you, you may feel ill-equipped. You may feel not adept at what you're doing. In fact, today I kept getting all of these hits and thinking that it was mine, and then realized halfway through the day, this isn't even mine. Like, I'm not out of my depth. I've done much bigger things than what I'm working on right now that has me stupefied and stumped. But what I do know is I'm not going to resist all of this. I'm not going to struggle with it. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm just going to take a little break because I've been working my butt off. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to face it when I'm fully present, when my energy's straight, and when I don't have like all of this weight of I can't, because I can. And so can you. And if you would just keep praying and keep meditating and keep your eyes on source energy, on God, on the infinite, on what is, on what you already have, you will find your way through this big fat mess. You will find your way from this scary change. You will find your way through, whatever you're dealing with, health issues, family issues, relationship issues, household issue, whatever it is, you have the strength. If you want to find your purpose, you will find it in the midst of struggle. The only time we find our true purpose in life, what we're really meant to do, is when we go through the struggles. That's when we find out what we're made of. That's what we find out what we're capable of. We don't find that out by sitting on the couch being comfortable surfing the freaking reality shows. We find it out by living life. And life isn't always organized and clean. Sometimes life is messy and chaotic. And this planet is going through a massive transition right now. And many of you are being called as light workers to step up and do what you're called to do. And sometimes you got to walk through hell to fulfill your purpose. Sometimes you've got to walk in dark places, in stinky places, in messy places to fulfill your purpose, right? Jesus didn't hang out with all of the rich folks. He went out on the streets. He went and fed the hungry and healed the sick. He hung out with the prostitutes. He hung out with the drunks. He was walking in the places where the Sadducees and the Pharisees and those of the upper class didn't want to go. And he changed lives on a soul level. And he's still, his message, his work's still there. So don't forget that, right? We always look at inspiring stories and we think, I want to do that. I want to be that. Be your own inspiring story. Be your own hero. Nobody can do it for you. When you guys call me, I am more than happy to give you that energy bump that you need to help flip your view on things, give you the clarity, help make, little tweaks to your thoughts and your energy, but you actually have to do the living part of it in your life. Sometimes it helps to have an objective standpoint, absolutely, to say, maybe if you look at it this way, and let's put some energy there. Let's clear this. Let's clear that. That helps. And I always say, if you're struggling, don't do it on your own. Go get some help. I do. Like today, I hit this weird place today and I'm like, I need a tune-up, man. I need an infusion of energy. And I've been taking care of so many other people. I actually need someone to be there for me, and booked a session with one of my friends. So if you need that, go for it. But take the advice that you're getting, do the work. Those of you in Soul Fast, those of you in Charmed Life, do the work, do the exercises. You have a ton of them that if you've been doing, actually works. That's the same work I have to do every single day. This is life work. If you're looking for your purpose and you're like, I don't know what it is, first and foremost, your purpose is to have joy. Your purpose is to be loving. Your purpose is to shine a light in whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing. Not everyone is meant to be a psychic and a healer. Some people are meant to be teachers. Some people are meant to be mothers. Some people are meant to be hospice workers. Some people are meant to, you know, run businesses. There's whatever we do, it's do it with all your might. Do it in a way where you're bringing forth joy, right? Do it without being sad, and do it from that place of humility and gratefulness. And it will shift and it will change, and you will see the mountains move for you, even though it feels impossible to move those obstacles. All right. I hope that helps you guys. I love all of you. I will come back as soon as I end this live stream so that I can respond to your comments, since I can't see them for some strange reason tonight on Facebook. Yeah. I just watched A Star is Born today, and I love that movie. I love the original with Barbra Streisand, and I really loved the one with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. But there was at the very end, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but at the very end, if you haven't seen it, it was disgusted. I was disgusted because just wrong. Like, you guys will know what I'm talking about when you see the movie. Like, how it all ended up was wrong. You know, we got to believe in people and not interfere with them doing something. We have to believe that people can change. And I can tell all of you throughout the years of my life, I know people can change. I've watched them change. I changed, right? The core of who you are, like, you have to fight for yourself. You have to fight for your life. And the part that got me in that movie at the very end is like, you should have fought for your life. You should have fought for yourself. And I want all of you to remember that. People that care about you and me, like, we want you to fight for yourself. So don't give up. Don't ever give up. Keep moving. There is bigger and brighter. I know when you're going through the shit, it sucks. It sucks. But tonight's the night with the full moon to release all of the ick, release all of the weight, all of the worry. And what are you creating? What is it you want for your life? The universe is going to say yes to you, and the universe is going to give that to you. Your job is to believe it's already done. Your job is to keep taking those steps towards what you want, and what you want will walk towards you. But you can't give up. And you know, if you feel weak and you feel like, oh, I'm not strong enough for this, you are. You wouldn't be given it if you weren't strong enough. And someday you will look back on these days of struggle, these days of challenge, and you'll say, it was no big deal. It was just a day to grow on. And I've had many days to grow on, many years to grow on, many events that have created growth in me. We all have, and we all will continue to as we walk this planet. And thank God for that, because, you know, when I was young, I didn't know how strong I was, but now I do. And I know, even when I think I can't do something, there's always a way. So don't give up. If you want to get into Soul Fast, the link is for Soul Fast is right on my website. Or if you want to book a session with me, let's get you through your stuff. Whatever it is, life, business, whatever it is, let's get you through your stuff. Let's look at what can you tweak? What can you redirect? Where is the universe trying to push you right now that you're not willing to go, but that will give you exactly what you're looking for? I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.